Shout out to Money Brown, man. Ernest Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV. And keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out the fight world? It's your boy Money back with another one, fam. This one here is on 3 big dogs in this fight game. We have the legendary Canelo Alvarez, the hottest fighter on the planet, the #1 pound-for-pound king, the 4-division world champion, the undisputed super middleweight world champion. Then we have the Hall of Famer Terence Crawford, the 3-division world champion, the former undisputed world champion, the current WBO welterweight world champion. And then we have Jermell, the Iron Man Charlo, who is the current unified super welterweight world champion, who's looking to be the undisputed world champion as well. But Jermell Charlo wants to let Terence Crawford know, you're not Canelo Alvarez, homie. You're not Canelo Alvarez. You don't call shots. You don't say that you coming up to face me without facing Earl the True Spence Jr. first, right? You don't just say, I'm going to 154 to face Jermell Charlo like I run the business. No, Mr. Postman. There's only one man that moves up and moves down that calls his shots to say he want to face who he want to face, and that's Canelo Alvarez, right? Canelo Alvarez, along with Earl the True Spence Jr. Let's keep it real. But you're not them dudes, bro. You're not. You don't call those kind of shots. You are a 3-division world champion. You are the former undisputed world champion. You are the WBO welterweight world champion. But you're not putting asses in the seats. You're not paying people their biggest paydays, right? And you're not the hottest fighter in the world right now, bro. I'm more hotter than you. So it's if I want to fight you, I call you out. You don't call me out. You feel me? I call you out. You don't call me out. Now, we all know Terence Crawford is a bad man inside that square circle. Let me say it again. Terence Crawford is a bad man inside that square circle. The boy's skill set is real. The boy can fight his ass off, and the boy is a threat to whomever he faces inside the square circle. But Terence Crawford don't call the shots, bro. He don't. Right? Now, we all know you're going through a situation with Bob Arum. We all know that, he's suing Bob Arum. He feel like Bob Arum destroyed his career. Bob Arum could have made him a hotter star than what he is. He's been with Bob Arum for 10 years. And now Terence Crawford is, if I'm not mistaken, 33 years of age, maybe a little older than that, right? So he feel like Bob Arum destroyed his career and could have made him hotter than what he really is right now. Without getting him the Manny Pacquiao fight, without getting him the Earl Spence fight, without getting him the big fights for the PBC, and finally getting him a Showtime Sean Porter fight at the end of Showtime Sean Porter Road, where a lot of people didn't really get Terence Crawford, the just due that he really deserved after stopping him. Now, when we look at this king, this killer right here in Canelo Alvarez, we talking about the #1 pound-for-pound king in the game, the hottest fight on the planet right now. Canelo Alvarez put asses in the seats. Oh, my God, did y'all hear me? I say he put asses in the seats. For Canelo fight, everybody come out to see. Canelo Alvarez give fighters their biggest paydays. Am I lying? Look at Caleb Plant. He out there buying new cars. He's taking trips all over the world. We barely heard from Caleb Plant since he lost against Canelo Alvarez. We got fighters lined up from 147 to the heavyweight division that want to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's what you call a big dog in a game. That's what you call somebody that's running this bitch, that pulls strings. You feel what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez pulls strings, bro. He pulls strings to where if he say, I want to fight you, you're going to make it happen. People put their careers on hold to fight Canelo Alvarez. I repeat, people put their careers on hold to fight Canelo Alvarez. Meaning they got to fight once a year and it's against nobody, no tough competition. They're going to do that. They're going to do it because they want that Canelo payday. They want bad day. They want bad day. But we know Terence Crawford ain't giving out no bad days. He's trying to look for his own bad day. You feel me? So when I look at this situation, man, and we know Jermell Charlo got a fight coming up with Castano, right, in a rematch for undisputed at the super welterweight division. The first fight was a draw. A lot of people felt that Castano won. You got a lot of people that feel like Jermell Charlo won, so it's only right to give us a rematch for one of the hottest fights in the game in 2022, and it's going down in March, right? It's going down in March. It was slated to go down in Houston, but now it looks like it's going down in LA, so we don't know where it's going to happen, but all we know that the fight is happening, and I'm happy for that. So Jermell Charlo is focusing on Brian Castano, who is a tough fucking opponent, a very, very tough, rough and rugged opponent with all the confidence in the world, and feel like he is the undisputed champion right now. So he's coming into this fight feeling like he beat Jermell Charlo already, so you know his confidence is through the roof. And Jermell Charlo is coming into this fight like he beat Brian Castano, so we all know his confidence is through the roof. So this gonna make for one hell of a fight that we're going to enjoy. So Jermell Charlo is looking at Terence Crawford like, why are you saying my name? You understand? Like, why are you saying my name? And you missed up at the welterweight division with my brother Earl the True Spence Jr., who you should be focusing on. You shouldn't be focusing on Jermell the Iron Man Charlo. I got a fight coming up, right? And I don't know any fight, an undisputed fight. An undisputed fight. When you can be fighting in an undisputed fight with my brother Earl the True Spence Jr., assuming he get past your Dennis Ugas. That we got all the faith in the world that Earl the True Spence Jr. will get past your Dennis Ugas. And you know what Canelo just did? Canelo just came out of undisputed fight with Caleb Plant. So yes, bud, you was undisputed at the junior welterweight division, but you can be two-time undisputed. All you have to do is fight Earl the True Spence Jr. and accept that offer that's very, very, very appealing to you, right? And it's fair. But you calling out my name and Jermell Charlo as if, you know, we've been talking about fighting as if you go come over on this motherfucking Al Heyman side and move right up to 154 and fight me right away. And I'm not going to fight for undisputed. And then after I do become undisputed, I get to choose what I want to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My name is Jermell the Iron Man Charlo. If I go out there and beat Brian Castano, I get to choose what I want to do. And guess what? We might have to do a trilogy. We just might have to do a trilogy. This fight might be so damn good and so damn nice that the fan demands a trilogy. So right now, I'm not focusing on no Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford should be focusing on me. You got to fight. You fighting in the courtroom with Bob Ermer. You talking about you moving up to face me for my titles? When you had an opportunity to come to 154 and you didn't come up because you know you felt like you're probably too small for 154. But you think you're going to pick the right fights. And then you come up here trying to pick on me as if you finna come up here and whoop my ass and take my position and take my spot. That ain't going to happen, champ. That ain't going to happen. So what you need to do is worry about Earl the True Spence Jr. at the 147-pound division. You need to give my brother that fight. You need to stop worrying about me. You got your hands full with somebody who's to whoop my ass and sparring. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Right? I'm focusing on something totally bigger than Terence Crawford right now. You need to be focusing on your biggest paycheck and arguably the biggest fight in boxing with Earl the True Spence Jr. Like I say, the only person that called these shots like this is Canelo Alvarez. Canelo is the only one that make cats rethink fighting for undisputed or fighting in the world title shot to fight him because they know they're going to be on the biggest stage of their career. They know they're going to get a big-ass payday. And they know if they can make it happen and beat Canelo Alvarez, they become a superstar overnight or they superstar just grow overnight. You feel me? And with Terence Crawford, yes, you're going to get recognition. And yes, you could, build your superstardom. But it's not beating Canelo Alvarez. It's not like beating Canelo Alvarez. I'm sorry. It's not like if you beat Terence Crawford, you're not going to get the same recognition if you beat a Canelo Alvarez. And these are facts. But don't get me wrong. Terence Crawford is a hell of a name to have on your resume. But when you start talking about moving up to 154, bro, like people got to start wondering, like, what are you talking about, bud? What are you talking about? People want to see you fight Earl Spence. The fight is right there with Earl Spence. You saying Earl Spence is ducking you, he's doing this, he's doing that, but you're not doing anything to try to make that fight happen to push forward. You saying Bob Erm didn't get you that fight. So what are you doing right now as a free agent? As a free agent to try to get that fight? Are you doing more than what Bob Erm was doing, or are you just sitting back and just hoping it fall into your lap because you snapping your fingers and stomping your feet? Yes, it's a fight that us, the fans, want to see. It's a fight that the world want to see. Yes, it's arguably the biggest fight in boxing right now. But are you trying to do the possible things you have to do to make the fight happen? First of all, accepting the 40%, which is really fair. So if you go up to fight Jermell Charlo, who, if he beats Brian Castano, who would be the A-side, who would be the undisputed world champion, what percentage are you expecting from Jermell Charlo? Are you expecting a 50% from him as well? But when you look at Earl the True Spence Jr., who can be the unified champion with 3 scraps, and you got 1 scrap, and you saying you don't deserve, you saying you deserve 50-50, you don't deserve 40%, and that's being generous? When we all know your pay-per-view numbers aren't that good, we know they terrible, and you trying to sue Bob Erm because you feel like Bob Erm made you less of a star than making you more of a star? Like, we have to be real out here, everyone. We have to be real. Right? I respect Terence Crawford. I respect everything he's done in this fight game. I would never take his accolades away from him. He is a future Hall of Famer right now. But when it comes to the business side of Terence Bud Crawford side, bro, with the business, he's not holding no weight right now. He's not holding no weight. And when I say he's not holding no weight, I'm not saying he don't deserve any money. I'm just saying he's not calling the shots. He's not pulling the strings. He don't have people lined up to fight him saying, you know what, if I fight Bud, I'm going to get a nice payday, right? Yes, you're going to get a nice fight, but you don't know what that payday is going to look like. And right now in this business era, fighters are more worried about their payday than a big fight. And I know people going to say, well, that's fucked up. That's what's wrong with these boxers nowadays. They all want the big fights. Yeah, they all want the big fights, but they want the big payday. They want the payday. You feel me? They want the matches. They want the nice cars. They want the jewelry. They want the investments. They want to do all those things. They see these other big-time fighters like Floyd Money Mayweather doing and Canelo Alvarez doing. You dig what I'm saying? They want that money, man. They want it. They say it's prize fighting. And if the prize ain't worth the risk, then they not going to do it. They not going to do it. So when we sit back and we look at this situation and everybody's keep pushing, yeah, Terence Crawford can fight Jermell Charlo. Yeah, Terence Crawford can fight it. No, Terence Crawford need to fight Earl the True Spence Jr. at 147. That's his biggest payday of his career. Why has he not won it? Why? But everybody blame Earl the True Spence Jr. for this fight not happening with Terence Crawford, but Earl Spence got a fight coming up with your Dennis Ugas, right? That don't mean Bud can't get a fight in that 47 and then go into that fight. But Bud look like he's trying to do everything to get away from that fight. That's how I see it. He's trying to do everything to get away from that fight. No, don't go to no 154. Stay your ass at 147. Stay at 147, right? You don't pull strings like Canelo Alvarez, but you are Terence Bud Crawford, so you're going to get some respect. So stay at 147. Wait for Earl Spence to finish with your Dennis Ugas. Get you another fight in. Y'all boys can fight in the fucking fall time. Make that big fight happen. Get the biggest payday of your career. If you win, Lord knows you on a superstar level. If you lose, then you can still bounce back from a loss. You dig? You can still bounce back from a loss. But at the end of the day, Jermell Charlo has bigger fish to fry with Brian Castano and fighting his undisputed fight. And then after that, he called the shots, right? Canelo Alvarez is doing big things. He's about to fight Jermell Charlo, the brother of the man you want to fight, right? And you out here, you free, bud. You free. So pick yourself a fight at 147. After Earl Spence handled his big business fighting for another world title, then you go fight Earl the True Spence Jr. Then after that, let's just see. If you get past Earl Spence, you put yourself on a big star level, then you maybe could call shots, and maybe you could get the Jermell Charlo fight. But until then, bud, you got to play your position, bro. Yes, you are a Hall of Famer, but you're not calling the shots right now. You might have input, but you don't call the shots. Jermell Charlo is doing something big, right? You go out there and do something big. Stop worrying about Jermell Charlo. He's letting you know now. You don't run me. You're not Canelo, homie. You're not Canelo. The only way I'm going to break this fucking undisputed bout if Canelo come to 154 and fight me. And that's not happening in no time soon. No time soon. So focus on Earl Spence. Stop focusing on me. At the end of the day, I want to see Bud versus Earl. I want to see Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano. I want to see Canelo versus Jermell Charlo. And that's that. Until then, this your boy Monty. This the NSBC moving, and nobody's safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.